I'm so excited today, my listeners on Dominus Nisi. This is a 1 month series of beautiful women entrepreneurs coming together to showcase their values about violence awareness and about motherhood, about women entrepreneurship. And I got a wonderful coach, I would personally call her, because she's one of my inspiration to do many different things in my area. And again, a great mother and a great community service provider helping Wyndham women. So I welcome Bettina to our series. Hi, Bettina. Thank you.
Hi, Bismi. Thank you very much for inviting me onto this show.
All right. So I want you to, share who you are, what you are doing for Wyndham.
Oh, thank you. So, my name is Bettina Mitchell. I am the coordinator of the Women's Micro Business Hub here at Central Park Community Centre in Hoppers Crossing. It's a new initiative that's been funded to help women that are just wanting to start up a business or have been in business for about a year or so to come together with other women to collaborate and to learn and to start or grow their businesses. And it's fantastic. We've certainly created some friendships and collaborations along the way. It's pretty new, and there's just a lot of people like yourself that have come along and really contributed their wisdom to help and uplift a number of other women too. So it's a great project. I love it.
It is a very, useful project as well. I should comment that here when I had a session with our Wyndham mayors and I asked about what can I do with this family violence awareness, and the number one name came up from her was your name. So that means like, you are making impact in Wyndham and you are doing great things in the Wyndham. So
Thank you.
this hub, the Women's Hub in Hoppers Crossing, is a safe place for women come and have their own conversations and their own business, and get more idea how to deal with their own current trauma or past trauma. So I'll come to that one, like how you are helping through the Women's Hub. But before that, I would love to know about your motherhood journey. So can you explain or describe your motherhood, or what are your, good moments that you're still keeping close to your heart as a mother?
Oh, it's such a beautiful topic, actually, and we don't really often get asked about it. Um, well, I'm a mum of one. I have a son, and I have two stepchildren as well. They're all in their 30s now, so they're all grown up. It was kind of challenging in the early days. I was on my own for 10 years as a single mum. I fled my from a very comfortable environment, very comfortable home to a safer environment, and I brought him up on my own, working as a single mum until I met my beautiful love of my life now, and I have a very happy life, and we've got three adult children that enjoyed growing up together and getting up to all sorts of antics together. Um, it's nice being a mum, but I'm a grandma now, and it's even more fun.
Mm, yeah. I know, like, I think, when you become grandma, it's where that you re-go, like, redo all those things that you have done for your own kids, isn't it? Like, it's a bit more better
Yeah.
way and a different way. Yeah.
Oh, it brings back so many memories, Bisme. You sort of they grow up and you move on, and as I say, they're in their 30s now. So, but it brings back so many memories of so many things, and you have to catch yourself all the time saying, "Oh, I remember when you were that cute," or they're not so keen on hearing all that information, but they also become a little bit more interested in family and family history
Mm,
now that they're parents. But
mhm,
it's something that I so cherish is seeing my son as a father now, and how loving he is to his wife and daughter.
mm.
And sitting, watching him be this grown up person that's just so full of love and kindness, and that is really fabulous, heartwarming.
I would say that you are real, you are really proud because you were raising him for, by yourself for 10 years. And that must be the crucial part of his life. And then modifying his personality and identity, like, who he is now. So the great part of that transformation, I would say, is you, because I can resonate with that. The boys are with, with mother alone and not having a father figure, and then having different mindset confusion, and then when you are not there as a mother to clarify all those ones, we can find out how that will end up. But you're so, happy that your son is a father and loving husband that you mentioned, and a, great model. So I would give the credit to you, because, you have done something good to, motivate him, or transform him into a better husband and a great
Thank you.
dad. So, well done to you. And it's a
Thank you. I'll take
motivation.
that credit.
Yeah, and motivation for people like us. Like, I got three boys and then raising them by myself. And I always come to confusion when people used to tell me, like, if boys are growing without a father figure, you will, end up in misery because you can't really find out their emotions and all those things. But, people like you are showing us the right way, or the good things that we should be doing as a mother, and just
You know,
taking a pause. Yeah, yeah.
I think there is definitely merit in the two sides to have a
Mm,
father figure and a mother figure, because we do play different roles, and it's very difficult to be both, the mum and the dad.
mm,
It's very, very difficult. And if I could have had an early in the years, a, a good role model for my son, I think that would have been wonderful, but you just have to get on and do it, don't you, when you when you're on your own. But
yeah.
my husband now, he's a good role model. He's a very kind and loving man, and I think that definitely you sowing the seeds along the way, and you know they'll form themselves and their own characters. But we've got to sow those seeds for when they're growing up, for sure.
Mm, yeah. So touching that topic, I'm actually connecting our one of the reason why we're doing this 31 days series is about the month of May. And as you know, and then you are a real good supporter of that, of family violence awareness happening across Australia. So I would really love to check with you before going to the other questions, like what's your thoughts on that family violence awareness? Because we know that this is an issue happening for many generations, and then you and one of the victims, I would say the barrier of those disease, rather than like it's a disease, it's happening everywhere. So what's your thoughts on that one, and how do you help other people to come out of that?
Well, it's such a big, it is a big topic at the moment. And I
Mm,
myself walked in the rallies a couple
mm,
of weeks ago in Melbourne, to the No More Violence Against Women.
mm,
It's a big conversation that we need to be having at the moment. I think everybody should be having that conversation in the household, because it's all of our we as a nation, we need to do something about this.
mm,
We've got our services under crisis, and the women are suffering for it, and we've lost just too many women. I mean, I think we're only in May, and I think we've lost 30 women so far,
mm,
which is just, it's heartbreaking. And we've had, even it's close to Wyndham, we've lost women, and it's terrible. It's terrible. And we need to do something about it. We've got to be out there. talking to our sons about it and our daughters about it, talking to our sons about being respectful
Mm,
and not using violence to solve things. And we need to teach our daughters to be respected and hold ourselves in a respectful way as well. Because you're damned if you do and you're damned if you don't, in a sense. It's a very difficult cycle to get in, that
mm,
whole violent cycle. And we just need to be talking about it and asking our government and our services um, to do more. Um,
mm,
these services are under so much pressure,
mm.
and there needs to be more funding. Otherwise, this is going to continue. There's got to be some more funding around mental health services and um, you know anger management, and there's a whole lot of things. And I think I don't have the answers, but I'm sure there's people in the services that do have the answers. I mean, this has been going on for a really long time, and it bothers me that the women um, are being taken out of their comfortable homes and taking their babies under their arms and having to be rehoused, whereas the perpetrator can sit at home in
Mhm.
the comfort of his lounge chair while they're, out on the street. This has been, my experience is that's 30 years ago that stuff was happening. It's still happening today. It's not getting any better. So, it's something that we've all got to be asking the questions about. So, yeah, I'm very passionate about it. I think, like, come on, we've got to be
Yeah,
doing
I
something. We've
know.
got to be
Come
part
on,
of it.
everyone. Yes. Yeah, yeah. I know
Yeah,
that you can give that inspiration for, for many, many people. And I know I can see that's the real passion that you put your effort in that women's hub as well, because, that's where you having that tangible impact that you're showing to the women. So I was also
yeah,
there in the candlelight vigil the other week, and
yeah,
people were talking about the victims that lost their life. And when we hear all those stories, I feel like, are we in a developed country? Are we
yeah.
having like, these many cruel mindset and then doing all these things just because of some egos or maybe like, lack of proper awareness. So yes, this month we have to do something to
We
like,
do.
educate people. Yeah. So
And it's
um,
frustrating that it's the women, the women of the victims, and they're the ones that make the news. What about these perpetrators? What is happening about these guys? They seem to be the silent. They just get. No one's talking about them. Where are they? Are they next door? Are they at our schoolyard gates? Where are these people? They need to have. We need to be made aware so that we've got safe workplaces and safe schools, so that these people who are often known to the police and to other services, um, you know, like they should be named and shamed so that everybody else can be safe. So we don't have to be going around, worried about where we're walking. Because I think as all women, we want to go for a walk and we think, oh my gosh, is it going to be safe down there? That's not fair. Why should we have to be putting up with that?
yeah, it's so hard for the girls who just came out of the relationship. Like, they will be like walking on the eggshells, can't really
Hmm.
do anything. What will happen, or what's the, the response from them, all those things. That's a big area that we need to really help, even like, the other, both side of this area. But I think if we can educate women, that will be the best way, or like in an easy way to take this into the next level. So it's a big job for everyone. Again, as you
The
mentioned, the
men's problem as
funding.
well. The men, need to be part of the solution.
Mm. I think it's
They're
always saying that female area. I always think that, when we do some awareness program, 99.9% will be female, and then the count of male is like, very less. So, and it's hard to get them to educate them because of all different. areas, reasoning and everything. Anyway,
Yeah, true.
yeah, I'm actually going to, like, thinking about our Mother's Day and then the motherhood and then all those um, good things that we are doing to
Yeah.
motivate mothers. So I'm coming back to your motherhood and then your, like, the core connection to that awareness about the violence against women, and you're doing your community services, you helping many other people through your personal space, all different things that you're doing at the same time, and you're still smiling. So that means so that means you have some specific reasoning or specific rules or some patterns that you are doing. So can you share what's your top three rule to keep that peace inside you while you juggling around all these different roles you have?
Well, for a very long time now, over 20 years, yoga and meditation has been part of my practice. I taught yoga for 20 years. COVID sort of put a stop to that. But yes, I find the importance of going within and tapping into positive thinking and time out to just have some quiet time for yourself to nurture. So, yeah, I'd say definitely yoga, meditation, and I know I have other things that I like doing, like gardening and flower arranging and, making things and cooking, those sorts of things. I love cooking because it means that someone else has got to come along and do the eating. So that's a great way to get people around the table.
Yeah, okay. I think that having that personal space, like at the quiet time, is the core, isn't it? Because that's where
Mm,
you refilling the cup and then getting ready for that day or getting ready for other, serve other people. So I'm hearing from other women also, like, when they juggle around all these things, that quiet time in your prime time of the day is what helping them to be active to the, end of the day. So I think that's
yeah.
what everyone is finding out, and I think some time it's not. I believe sometimes if we miss that quiet time, that will have a ripple effect in the whole day, and then we must be like very cautious. If we miss it, we should have something in the middle. Yeah, I pick up that as a great motivation for all the women out there listening to us. If you want to be energetic and then if you want to serve your community, you start up your day with that quiet filling up time. Okay, that's
Hmm.
a great message. So I want to check with you again. You are having the great initiative of helping women in Wyndham. Do you have like any inspiring stories that you can share with us that you have helped this area of women and then they came up with something uh, fascinating? That anything from you?
Through the Women's Micro Business Hub, just having the women, inviting the women in to our workshops and to the networking and to the other programs that we've been running since we started in November last year.
Mm,
There's been lots of connection, lots of
mm,
friendships formed, each other helping with each other's doubts. I mean,
mhm,
women do, I think it's quite normal that we have self doubt and inner thoughts that make
mhm,
us stop.
mhm,
There's other influences, could be family influences that are not completely getting us around business. And so
mhm,
for them to be able to come here and we sit around and we chat like women chat, uh, it gives us each other encouragement. We are showing each other how to do certain things in
mhm,
business. There's lots of jobs to do in business, so there's that opportunity to share what
mhm,
others have done.
mhm,
I must say, with me, there was a funny time. One of the first workshops that I ran, um, it was just into the early evening, but I, the workshop finished and everybody left, and I packed up and I did the dishes and I put all the tables and chairs down, and I was all gone. I walked out the front door, and all the women are still standing outside talking. I'm like, oh my god, this is so important. This is what
Yeah.
women need. They'd like to come together and
Mm.
have conversation and
Yeah.
learn from one another and share and support and lift each other up. And that is the magic that happens here.
Mm,
It's
yeah,
beautiful.
yeah, I really love, like, personally, I need to comment that I love that atmosphere, the way that, putting up together, have a coffee in the middle, and then just have that, like, the vibe, because everyone coming up with a different skill set and then they're helping each other. It's more of like that co-working space.
Mhm.
And then they're having all different ideas coming out and then helping each other through the networking, all those bits. So I think many of our people in Bindam, I'm not sure whether they know about this space available and then all the, great things that the hub is doing. So do you want to share, what are the things that you're offering for our Bindam residents and then how we can reach out to you?
Yeah, well, you can, any women can drop in any time. We're open all the time here. We're at Central Park Community Centre. That's in Hoppers Crossing. It's a community centre, so it's open and available for the general public to come in and hire rooms. And we we want to create a safe space for women to come in. They can contact me for one-on-ones,
Mm,
to talk there specifically, a bit of a tailored approach for them to get some ideas around their business and what they might need to do, and I can direct them in
yeah.
there's just going to be an array of different areas that they can go to get business information. Um, we I'm aware of a lot of different other service providers that can help um, with different things. I mean, a woman's business that's doing a food business is going to have similar but different needs to a woman who's starting up a digital marketing business, for instance. So I've been collecting this wealth of knowledge for many years. To be able to point women in the right direction.
Mm,
Um, and we're building a network of mentors who are women that live and work in Wyndham who have their own businesses that are coming along to share their wisdom with
mm,
others. So over time, we're going to be able to build this. Um, this environment where people know, they'll think about the Women's Business Hub. We're so new,
mm.
we just need to get the news out there by, doing interviews and also, the word of mouth. People are telling
Yep.
other friends about it. And we're holding quarterly, we'll be holding a 90-day planning. So it's
Mm,
strategic planning for your business. So what we do is a workshop to help people to really think about what are they planning for the next 90 days and how they can
mhm,
break that down into 30, 60, 90, and break down those tasks and really think about their objectives and what their outcomes are. And we
mhm,
really help them think that through
mm,
and write that down, because if it's not written down, it's vapor. So
mm,
we're really trying to create a structured approach to planning the business and giving them strategic tasks to do so that they move the needle. And I've been working with the lovely Deborah Dickinson, who's a local mindset coach,
But yeah.
and we work together. She brings all the mindset stuff in, which is so important because we're always tend to self-doubt
Mm,
ourselves, and I bring in more of the strategic planning and the tools and systems. So together, I think it's a really nice blend, and the women have really resonated with that because they realize that they need to have a process, but they
mhm,
also are dealing with what's going on in their head. So we try to address that, at the same time.
mm,
We're also running for 6 months. We're doing the content creation club. So
mhm,
that's mostly around social media. So we've got some fabulous women who, as I mentioned before, are like mentors. They have businesses already in
mhm,
Wyndham, photographers and web design, and they've collaborated with me to form 6 months worth of topics around this social media content creation,
Mm-hmm.
and they're running the topics, and then we have one fortnight we have the topic, and the second fortnight we have the creation. But
Mm.
we're trying to stimulate the knowledge and skills for women to realize, what they might need to do, trying to identify that they don't need to do everything, to identify what is going to make the most impact for them and their business. So
Mm-hmm.
we're not all running around doing everything and we're throwing spaghetti at the walls, but we're being more strategic about it.
Mm.
And then we can come and play and use the space and we can bring our own equipment together and, do reels and TikTok or whatever, but having a plan around what that strategy is for each of the women
Mm.
to for their particular business. So it's not just all information; it's doing, and there's an expectation, that we are implementing the things that we're learning, so that we really move the needle and make a difference in business.
Mm,
Yeah.
that's great. So I know that the 6 month program already started, so anyone can join any fortnight with their own
Sure.
registration, right? That's
Yeah,
what
for
the
sure.
process. Yeah.
Yes, we do have a Facebook page,
Mm-hmm.
and I advertise all of the workshops on there,
Mm-hmm.
and so they can just register. It's important for them to register so that I know how many people are coming, and then
Yeah.
I can keep in contact with them. It's my way of, finding out people's email address so that I can keep
Mm-hmm.
them informed. Then, once they've come to a workshop and
Mm-hmm.
registered. Also, if they want one-on-one
Mm-hmm.
um, support, they absolutely can sign up for that. There's a bit
Mm-hmm.
of a commitment. There's a requirement to, have regular ongoing one-on-ones so that we can help to, work through that journey and help
Mm.
to cheer them on.
Yeah.
Yeah. But we've had already some women that have come and they quietly they think they've got an idea, but they have got an idea. They've got this brilliant idea and they've got this wisdom
Mm.
and they've got skills, but they're super shy about, they've kind of got this business. And then you start to pull it out of them and you go, oh my God, you have got the most amazing business. And then they start to get a little bit more confidence. And we're
Mm.
seeing this occurring. And it's just so thrilling, it's
Mm.
thrilling to see these women, but you can see their confidence building straight away.
Mm, that's great. So I would love to know about that strategy building, that 90 days. When is the
hmm
next one happening?
On the 21st of this month, so it's only a couple of weeks
Okay.
away.
Mm-hmm.
And we do them quarterly. So it doesn't matter if they've never been to a workshop before doing this because we all start somewhere. We're either
Mm.
starting from scratch or we're picking up from where, you know, if we've already been in business, but we're not making this a priority to plan out the next, strategy of, objectives and outcomes,
Mm-hmm.
then it's a good time to start.
Yeah, so I think, that's a starting point. Just come for that 90-day planning session and then
Mm.
find out a one-on-one session with you, and then, they can really craft their business. So, yeah,
Yeah.
my listeners, just make sure if you want to know more about it, I will be putting the link for registration right under the description of this videos, and then you can connect with Bettina and all the good things happening in that hub. That's great. So, with this series, my tagline, my theme is spreading love, joy, and peace. So, Bettina, my question to you, like to my listeners, as a mother and an entrepreneur and a community service provider, what will be a message to all the mothers out there?
Well, Bisme, you probably seen I wear a t-shirt when the women come together and it's women empowering women. We
Mm,
can do this together. And that's my message, it's, to lift each other up. Let's empower each other to do what we want to do. We've all got dreams and aspirations, and sometimes it's difficult, to do those all by ourselves. We're here to be able to support one another, and there should be more about that. I'm all about empowering women to do what they want to do, and at the same time, really look after their well-being. So
I do
that's what
remember
I
that
say.
you were telling me once, Bismi, you're doing too much. You need to have time for yourself because you're always reassuring that that's your priority. Because if you're not looking after yourself, you can't really do like an ongoing project or ongoing business. So I do remember that you always, conscious about that. And sometimes when you're busy with all different hats on you, you may forget about you, and then that will be the problem comes up with physically, mentally, and emotionally, and all.
That's right.
So I think I'm picking up that core message is like giving you the quiet time first, and then come with that area where the similar mindset people are coming together and then having that great time. And I recommend, highly recommend our hub. And if you don't know where is the Central Park Community Center, it's very close to Hoppers Crossing railway station. You can even walk from the railway station. And the good thing is like, you don't need to have anybody to drop you over there. And if you're alone, if you're single, if you're coming out of any toxic relationship, and if you want to grab your life, your dreams, your passion, that's where you do that, the real good walk to that community center and then start your business, start your dream.
Yeah.
So I invite everyone to come and connect with the hub, and especially to Bettina. So, Bettina, this month, I know that you are so inspired about our family violence awareness, and at the same time becoming a grandmother and that celebrating that motherhood. So, from Dominus Nisi, from Win FM, we wish you a great Mother's Day. Enjoy your Mother's Day. Grab a quiet time with a great retreat for yourself, your mind, body, and soul, and then come back to give us more inspiration, more opportunities, and then more business success stories from them. So thank you so much for joining with us, and then we
Thank you
will
so much.
continue to work together for women.
Thank you very much. And what I haven't said, and I should not be remiss at this, it is Wyndham Community and Education Centre
Mhm.
that is managing this centre here, and also the Women's Micro Business Hub. So I'm very grateful to Wyndham Community and Education Centre for this opportunity.
Mm.
Thanks very much, Bismi. I really appreciate that. And yeah, let's all lift each other up, empower each other to live our dreams.
Mm. Thank you very much. So I was sharing that great opportunity for all Wyndham women who are out there thinking, how do I start a business? Or what should I do if I'm coming out of a toxic relationship? Or if I want to build my dream wherever I am, please come and connect with Bettina. This is Dominus Missy on 88.9 FM. I will bring another wonderful a women series guest tomorrow, same time on this same channel. Thank you so much.